Hey everybody, this is Sean with ProSymmetry, and in this video we're going to talk about planning with fiscal periods. So in prior videos we talked about how to actually configure the fiscal periods themselves. So one prerequisite of this video is having configured your fiscal periods and enabled those views. For editing, we're going to support both fiscal month and fiscal quarter. You can choose which of those to enable or disable, and we'll probably jump through that later in this video again as well. Now, there's two screens where this is going to play a role separately from reporting and Insight Plus, and this is again focused on the editing of data. So to see this, we can go two paths. One is the single project planning view, and then we'll take a look at the bulk planning view in bulk project allocation flat grid. So let's start in the single project mode. I'm going to go to the project management screen, and I'm going to click on this, how about Nautilus Phase 8, and we're going to jump to the Allocations tab. Now, the Allocations tab is currently showing by resource, so we're grouping by resource, not by task, and we're showing hours by month. And of course, your scenario may differ based on your units of measure, time, how you do planning, and so on. In this case, once we've enabled fiscal periods, we've configured the fiscals themselves, and now we have enabled fiscal month and fiscal quarter. Those now appear in the drop-down list for this time measure. So we see the usual day, week, month, quarter, project level. Again, you can choose which of these are enabled or disabled under general settings. But now we see fiscal month and fiscal quarter. When I click on fiscal month, this is going to redraw the planning grid based on the fiscal month configuration. Notice it's showing the month alias along with the year, and we can now edit directly inside of the SPA grid. The other option, of course, is to change this to fiscal quarter. Same thing here. You're going to see the quarter alias and then the year, and we can edit directly inside the grid like you would when planning by month, week, day, and by any unit of measure. All right, so that's the single project planning mode using the fiscal periods. Next, let's take a look at doing this in bulk, and it's going to be very similar. So we're going to browse to BPA Flat Grid. Okay, so BPA Flat Grid loads, and you might be grouping by different attributes, sorting, filtering, changing the resource and project mix, all the normal stuff you would do in BPA Flat Grid. I'm actually going to turn off the heat map just to make it a little bit easier to see. And in this case, we're showing by month, by hours, and we're doing a few group by levels. And what we can do to change this to plan in our fiscal periods, whether by month or by quarter, we'll choose from the time selector, and I will choose fiscal month. Notice this now redraws according to our fiscal period configuration. I'm seeing the month alias and the year. And of course, I could plan directly at this level and make edits directly at the level. The other option is to do this in fiscal quarters. Again, we'll redraw based on our fiscal quarter configuration. We will see our quarter alias, and of course can plan at this level as well. Now, as a quick refresher, fiscal period configuration is done under admin settings, fiscal period management. But one thing I do want to show you is under general settings. Remember, you can turn on or turn off these different modes of entry. We can turn off fiscal month and only allow fiscal quarter, or the opposite, or allow none, and choose again which mode of entry you want to enable. In this case, I'm going to leave both of these on. After you make these changes to meet your desired configuration, just go ahead and hit save, and you're good to go. Thanks again for watching. To learn more or get access to a free trial, join us at ProSymmetry.com.